Tape 3W suivi d'école au Sénégal. D'accord. À école au Sénégal, c'est facile, tu n'as qu'à te connecter. Tape école au Sénégal, les leçons sont beaucoup plus détaillées.
Good morning, everyone. How are you today? This is Teacher Raisa, there for you. And today we're going to look at a couple of topics, okay? Today it's going to be more about topics and less about really grammar. Kind of for you to open up your vocabulary and understanding of certain terms and certain words that you may have heard that you don't know what it is, or that you probably must have heard but you are not very sure about it. Please take note about the pronunciation, take note of the spelling, and take note of the definitions, what they mean. It's going to be a bit different today because I'm going to say some words and say them in French, you know, so that you'll be able to understand what these words are or what they actually imply. And so please take note, okay? Today's going to be a bit different. It's going to be sort of like a bilingual class, okay? So you can understand better. So today my topic is on family and relations or relationships. Okay, we're going to expatiate a little bit more as far as family is concerned, and we're going to look at the different kinds of relations or relationships that they exist, you know, as we go along. Okay, so we're starting off with family. What is family? Africa is very it's very serious, it's very welcoming, it's very loving as far as family is concerned. And when we talk about family, oftentimes if you ask an African man, he's going to want to put cousin and grandma and uncle and things like that, or cousins in it as a definition, which is lovely, which is actually lovely. But immediate family, when we talk about immediate family, it's about the bond, it's about a special bond, actually blood bond that you share with someone. That is family. If I say it is family, it means that it is blood related, okay? But sometimes people also take non-blood, you know, people as family, okay? You get so close that you become family, you adopt that family, becomes your family. And that's something that you often see in the African community, you know, that a non-blood person that you have probably no links whatsoever, but you get so close and then you become family, you just automatically consider them as family. Because what is family at the end? Family at the end is all about love, it's all about sharing, it's all about caring. And so if you find someone that shares those attributes, then that person is actually family. Okay, and so, but let's go to a family. Family, we have two kinds, okay? We have what they call the immediate family. We have what they call the immediate family. And then you have what they call the external family, okay? External family. We have two kinds. You have the immediate and external. In the immediate, what do we have for the immediate? Let's say you were a kid, a child, student. What would you have to have as far as family is concerned? You're going to say for the immediate, you have your mom. You can say mom. You can say, you know, you can add it. It could be an O or a U, whichever you want. And you have daddy. Okay. And then you have your siblings. Okay. You have your siblings. And siblings, it's just it's a term when you want to group your brothers and sisters. You call them siblings, okay? If you're grouping your brothers and sisters, you know, brothers and sisters, brother and sister, okay? It becomes your siblings. Those are siblings. Rather than saying that, oh, my brother, my sister. If you have brothers and sisters like I do, I'm going to say my siblings. It makes it easier, okay? And that's it. That's all about immediate family. Immediate family is mommy, daddy, and siblings. You, of course, and then siblings. That's it. But when we come to external family, that's different. Okay, external family, that's different. It talks about a larger scope. Okay, it talks about the bigger picture. It talks about everyone that is included in it. You know, that is external family. And so let's look at it. Let's look at the immediate family, the external family. You know, let's kind of look at it in a bigger picture, okay? So you have the external family, okay? You have the external family. And in external family, we're going to start with the topper, you know, way at the top. You have the great-grand. have the great-grand. Of course, the great-grandparents. Okay, you have great-grandparents. And great-grand, it means arrière-grand. Okay, c'est arrière-grand-parent. Okay, so they call them great, qui est arrière, and then grand, qui est grand, and then les parents, parents. You see that it's written the same way, so it becomes great-grandparents. Okay, and then after the great-grandparents, what do we have? So you have the grandparents. Okay, the grandparents. They have grandparents, and it could be, you know, and so grandparents, c'est les grands-parents. Okay, so you have the great-grand, qui est arrière-grand-parent, and then you have the grandparents, which is les grands-parents. So, and then later on, you would definitely have the parents, okay, qui sont les parents, the parents. And then out of the parents, you probably would have uncles. They have aunties, and aunts, okay, and in plural, you know, this is, you know, in plural, it becomes IES. You take away the Y and add ES. And you have uncle, auntie, you have cousins. You have cousins, you know, you have cousin. You know, and then if you have brothers and sisters, okay, if you have a brother and a sister that is probably married, you know, which is probably your aunt, if you have brothers and sisters, you have nephew, a niece, okay, and then we even have grandson or grandkids. You have grandkids. I'll merge from there. So you have nephew, you have niece. Nephew, c'est un neveu. And then you have niece, une nièce. You know what a neveu is. You know, the child to your brother or the child to your sister. And then you have niece, which is the girl, which is nièce. You know, it's the girl. And then, of course, that's it. And then what else is lacking here? This is as far as family is concerned. And of course, when you have great-grandparents, it could be either maternal, or paternal. And the same applies for grandparents. It could be my maternal great-grandparents. Les arrière-grands-parents maternels, les arrière-grands-parents paternels, les grands-parents paternels, les grands-parents maternels. So maternal, et on dit d'abord, you have to first say maternal. And so you say maternal grandparents, paternal grandparents. Maternal grandparents are the grandparents of your mom. Paternal are the grandparents of your daddy or of daddy. So if you want to differentiate, if you want to be precise, pour être précis, okay? So you say maternal grandparents, but in French it's the grands-parents maternels, les arrière-grands-parents paternels. But in English it comes first, okay, the adjective, and so it becomes maternal great-grand, paternal grand, okay? So you know, and it's the same thing that applies to uncle. My maternal uncle, my paternal auntie, just so that you want, just in case you want to be precise. And if you tell me, oh, it's my maternal auntie, I know that that particular auntie comes from your mother's side. Oh, it is my paternal uncle. I know that that particular uncle comes from your father's side, okay? And then you have nephew, niece, like I said, and you have cousin. Cousin remains cousin. It's not like in French that is cousine pour féminin and cousin pour masculin. In English, it's just unisex. It's cousin. So cousin could be a lady, cousin could be a gentleman. It stays that way. But for neveu et nièce, it changes. It's nephew, and then you have niece. Okay? And so it's a bit different. You have nephew, you have niece, but cousin stays the same. It's like, so this is part of it, but if you want to add, okay, because there's certain things that you might want to add to it. If you want to add, let's say, voisin, voisine. In French, we have un voisin or une voisine, but in English, we don't differentiate it. Voisin or voisine, in English, it stays neighbor. It's neighbor. Voisin, voisine remains neighbor. Cousin, cousine remains cousin. It doesn't change. Okay, so take note of this, okay? If you're looking for a feminine explanation or feminine translation of maybe une voisine or une cousine, just know that it doesn't change. It's still cousin and it's pronounced k. The O is silent, so it becomes cousin. And the S sounds like a Z, a cousin. My cousins, a neighbor, my neighbor. Okay, and I have an O here, but in the British spelling or choreography, you have a U. So it's okay. If you put an OU as a neighbor, it's quite okay. Okay, don't worry about it. If you want to put just an O, this is the American way, it's okay as well. So either or. So if you see a text that has an O or a U, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it, okay? It's the same. It's just that this spelling is American and this one is it's British, okay? And so I just wanted you to get to know this exemption as far as you're concerned. Just, so you know it and so you don't get confused on, okay, what's the translation. Another exemption to these as well is les jumeaux et les jumelles. We know that jumeaux are two boys. We know that jumeau is a boy and a girl. And we know that jumelles, c'est que des filles, just girls. But in English, they're all grouped into one. You see that English is less complicated as French. In English, it's just simple. Jumeaux, jumelles, it's simple. You just say twins. Twins. It's just twins. It doesn't matter if it's girl and girl, if it's boy and boy, if it's boy and girl. Même si c'est garçon, fille, fille, garçon, fille, fille, it remains twins. So these are some of the exemptions that you don't need to worry about. Fille, it becomes twins. But if I want to present, si je suis jumelle, if I am a twin, okay, and I want to present my...